All right, so the new EU GPSR changes that impact Etsy sellers are a mess. And I want to talk about the changes and really what it means to you as a seller and what you should do right now in your shop so you're not caught off guard. And if you don't know who I am, I'm LL. I help Etsy sellers start, build, and grow their businesses so they can be less frustrated and get the most out of their businesses. If you want a free way to help your business grow, join the Etsy Games platform below. There is a link. All right, let's dive in. What is GPSR? What is this thing? Why is everyone talking about it? How does it impact you? So let's start with the basics. The GPSR replaces the older General Product Safety Directive, or GPSD. Lots of acronyms, I know. And all this is about making sure products in the EU and Northern Ireland are safe. And basically, this took effect December 13th. So just a few days ago as of this recording, and it applies to non-food consumer goods, including second-hand and refurbished items as well. So an example of this is if you're selling handmade toys, vintage decor, or even recycled jewelry, the GPSR, it likely applies to you. So pretty much all Etsy sellers, it applies to you, even digital products, which I'm going to talk about and tell you what to do in this episode. So who needs to comply with these new regulations? Well, if you sell to the EU and the countries in the EU or Northern Ireland, you're in the game. Basically, if you're a small seller or a large seller or a manufacturer or importer, it applies to you, even if you're based outside of the EU. The GPSR doesn't care where you live, it cares where your buyers live. So if you're shipping there, it will apply to you. So basically what the changes say is that you need to have, or every product needs an EU or an NI-based responsible person to oversee compliance of the product. So this could be a manufacturer, and keep in mind, this person needs to be in the EU or Northern Ireland. So it could be a manufacturer, an importer, an authorized representative, or even a fulfillment service provider. So this is where it really becomes impractical as an Etsy seller. Most sellers aren't going to have this person or be able to get this person to be able to represent them inside the EU, at least not easily as of now, because the changes just took effect and really no one knows what's going on. A lot of stuff still doesn't make sense. So the question really becomes, is it even worth it to sell to the EU and Northern Ireland? What the other changes is what must be in your listing. So Etsy sellers are now required to include the following information on their listings if they want to be GPSR compliant. So this needs to include your name, your trade name or trademark, a contact address, email, and postal, clear product identifiers like pictures, serial numbers, or model types, safety warnings, and usage instructions in a language your buyers understand. So this, again, not real practical. Not many sellers are going to want to put their name and address or email and address inside their listings. So that doesn't really make much sense either. And so basically, if you don't want to do this, or you still sell and you don't want to do these compliance things, what happens if you're not compliant? Well, failing to comply, the GPSR threatens these following consequences. They could lead to product bans, fines, removal of your listings, and account suspensions. Basically, the GPSR isn't going to do this. They're going to go to Etsy and get Etsy to do these things. So Etsy's going to have to maintain compliance or basically listen to the GPSR, or they're not going to basically allow them to have the platform in the EU. So they're going to have to try to find a way to enforce this stuff. So not everything falls under the GPSR. So there are a few exemptions: medicinal products, food and feed, living plants and animals, antiques and collectibles over 100 years old. So most of this stuff is not going to be what Etsy sellers. So like I said, the majority of stuff that you sell is going to apply, unfortunately, to these new regulations. So here's some possible solutions as of now, and this is going to be ever evolving, ever changing. Like anything that's rolled out, it's not easily understood, and there's a lot of changes that need to happen to make it make sense. There's a lot of red tape. So You can basically decide, one, to participate in the standards that I discussed above by doing the things in your listings, having an authorized person inside the EU. So those are some things that you can do. You can choose not to participate, and Etsy actually has an EU international shipping option. So basically, if you want to ship to Europe but not include the EU stuff, they have that shipping option. So you can just switch it to that. Now, the problem is if you sell digital products, because there's no solution as of yet from Etsy's side. So I think this is a big miss on their part because they knew this was probably coming and they didn't work out a solution. So right now the solution, and I know it's not a great one, but they say to cancel the order. If someone buys from the EU or Northern Ireland and it doesn't meet the regulations, to cancel the order and refund them. Not a good look. You could risk getting a bad review. So basically, a simple fix is Etsy just needs you to give the option to exclude EU and Northern Ireland from basically being able to buy your thing if you hit a button on that listing, and not to show it or allow those buyers. But it's a technology thing. I'm sure there's a lot of back-end stuff they have to do. So right now, that is the solution that they provided. Again, this is still new, fresh. Don't kill the messenger, but that's what they said. Does GPSR apply to the UK? No, it only applies to Northern Ireland. England, Scotland, and Wales have separate regulations. And again, what about digital products? So yes, the GPSR covers digital products, digital goods, not already regulated by other laws. Etsy's solution as of now is to cancel orders from those buyers, and they're supposed to be getting another solution or a better solution by the end of the year for the digital products. How do I discontinue sales to Northern Ireland and the EU? Or the EU, you can update your shipping settings or cancel transactions manually for now. So again, there's a shipping option that you can ship to non-EU. So there is no question that this is messy, both from the EU side and Etsy side. And in my opinion, there is no logical way for the EU to be able to enforce this efficiently without some changes. So your options are, if you ship stuff, to basically change your shipping profiles to exclude the EU, like I said before, or risk getting flagged if you still ship and you don't meet the requirements, and kind of see what happens. If your biggest buyers are from the EU, then you have a bigger decision to make. If not, I would just not ship there, or if it's a digital product, just cancel the orders like Etsy says, because they're going to have to roll out a solution if you get a bad review, or you would think. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to leave that to chance, but these are the decisions you have to make as business owners. Not everything is sunshines and rainbows. There's going to be problems that you have to deal with that you didn't create. So you still have a couple of options. There's definitely going to be more to come on this, but I wanted to put out an episode so you know what's going on, kind of what it means for you as an Etsy seller, so you're not confused and you can make the decision in your business. But let me know if you have any questions below, or if there's anything that I missed. I'm sure I'll be doing follow-up episodes on this. Have an amazing rest of your day.